I just spent $3,000 on this Toyota Land Cruiser Prado. Did I overspend? Will this 25-year-old four-wheel drive outclass my 300 series? I've been getting the inkling and the desire to do some more back to basics camping. So after weeks on Facebook Marketplace, I found this, the cheapest running registered diesel Prado in Australia. But almost as soon as I started driving this car, I encountered a troubling question. Is this 25-year-old car better than my 300 series? Let's find out. We're here in the 300 series. Admittedly, quite a nice place to be, but probably unexpectedly, it's kind of an analog experience. Take the seats, for instance. They're entirely manual. I'm driving along in my 300 series and I decide I want my seat one click forward. I reach down here, I grab this lever and I pull, and then whoa. Then I end up in the granny driving position, sitting on top of the steering wheel. Because as I pull that lever, I've hit the brake. Now in the Prado, on the other hand, you've got these sumptuous leather seats and they're fully electric. Want to go 2 millimeters forward? Oh, I'm 2 millimeters forward. It's got up, down, forward, back, and even a posture setting for your lower back. So if you've got scoliosis, the Prado is the one for you. So the 300 series is fitted with a modern 10-speed automatic gearbox. It has more ratios than a math textbook. But to select one of those gears and to select one that I specifically want, I need to move this little lever to the side and then click up or down to select the gear that I want. I find that has no excitement. Where's the fanfare? Where's the engagement? You know, I want an engaging driving experience. Just click, click, click. It's quite boring. Now back in the Prado, I've got several different drive options. I've got D for drive, I've got 2 for 2, and I've got L for loser. But also, on the side of the gear selector here, I've got this little button that says O/D, and that stands for overdrive. And I don't know about you, but the comic book reading teenager inside me loves the fact that I have an overdrive button. I'll never use it, but still I have the button. So I'm currently driving around in Western Australia, and Western Australians don't actually know what rain is. It's going to be hard for me to illustrate this next point, but in the 300 series, you can have one level of light rain or downpour. There is no option in between. So the intermittent wipers on the 300 series have a single setting. Back in the Prado, however, I can deal with anything from a light misting to a torrential downpour with this one stalk. Point Prado. The 300 series is an absolute tower of power, 220 kilowatts, 700 Newton meters. I mean, you put your foot down and plenty of poke. But as many of you have pointed out in the comments, you shouldn't let the badge on the back confuse you that this is a true Land Cruiser. It is not. This is not a true Land Cruiser. It does not have a V8 engine, and therefore it cannot be a true Land Cruiser. And the main problem that everyone in the comments seems to have is that it doesn't sound like a V8. It sounds a bit like an Audi, actually. And that's totally unacceptable. Toyota diesels need to be noisy and rough, a man's engine. Now the Prado, on the other hand, is fitted with a 4-cylinder 3-liter turbo diesel engine, and it's pushing out about 100 kilowatts and about 300 Newton meters. Some of those have escaped over the years, no doubt. But just listen to it. It's got an an essence of slightly refined tractor. Just driving along, I can almost smell the manure from here. Or is that something? Have you done a nappy? Oh. So this 300 series is fitted with 2 fuel tanks, totaling about 150 litres of diesel. One of those tanks is an aftermarket tank. But you'd never know it. I have a single fuel gauge that starts high when I put in fuel, and then I drive the car a bit, and that gauge moves down. Again, boring, no excitement. Similarly, the Prado also has 2 fuel tanks and a capacity of about 150 litres. The difference is I have got a gauge in front of me here that says full to empty with a needle, but when that gauge reaches the bottom and I hit empty, I just push this button down here and I look at this gauge over on the center of the dash, which stands for submarine, and that tank has an additional 50 litres of diesel in it. Who doesn't love a cockpit full of buttons to press? There you have it. Don't go out and buy yourself one of these, a heavy, under-optioned beast of burden. No. Jump on Facebook Marketplace and buy yourself one of these, the Prado that's more Land Cruiser than a Land Cruiser. And if you want to see what we do with this Prado, hit that subscribe button because we've got an epic build coming up. Or if you want to see more of the 300 series, click on this video. See you next time. Yes, well done, 300 up. Oh yes, can't believe I kept a straight face saying that.